Hello, my scurvy dogs. Today we will be setting out to the sea. The Sunless Sea, where nothing shines. Indeed, today we will start our journey into the Sunless Sea, a game I've been waiting for quite a while. Ever since it got into early access, I've just wanted to play it, but I decided to wait because it seemed so good. I just wanted to wait for it to come actually out until I play it. Now it is. It's finally out. And it already got 10 out of 10 from Eurogamer and another site. I don't remember what that was. But anyway, so that tells me that the game is probably great. Let's just begin. Haha. 3 decades ago in the reign of Victoria, London was stolen by bats. Now it lies a mile below the surface. It was dreadfully inconvenient for everyone, but it opened a vast black ocean to you. Welcome to the Undersea. Let us choose a past for ourselves. Who we are, who we want to be. All these questions, will they remain unanswered? Decide who you are and what you want to be. Until I continue any further, I will say that there is a lot of reading going on in this series. So, if you don't enjoy that, you don't have to. Now, who was I? Now you're a captain. Now you belong to the sea. But who were you before? A street urchin. What the fuck is an urchin? Your urchin gang cast you out when you grew too tall. Oh, I was a little boy criminal. I guess that's what that means. Alright. A poet, educated and articulate, you seek the sensation at sea. How lucky you had legacy to spend. Your long-vanished father had a rich patron, it seems. Veteran of the campaign of 68. You fought in the invasion of hell. London's army is lost. You survived. Your loot and your pension have bought you a command. This will give you a bonus to iron the skill of causing direct damage. That's good. An ornate priest. You fell from grace. There is nothing left ashore for you. An anonymous benefactor has found this way out for you. Perhaps at sea you can overcome your appetites. Appetites. So, we were a priest and then we fucked someone. Okay, I can get with that. Natural philosopher, your peculiar theories on time, blood and starlight brought you down underneath the cavern where London lies, and now they take you out to sea. I like the philosopher, let's go with that approach. Although, the fucking priest, that's also a good idea. The skill of healing and morale, so let's go with the fucking priest. The priest who fucks. You knew an engineer who doesn't have much time left. She'd like to die at sea. Well, that's a problem, because we are the Z. This is not the sea. It's the Z. So she wants to get on top side of the world and then go to the actual sea and die there. Choose an ambition. What does winning mean to you? Your father's bones. Your father was lost at sea. You never knew him. I don't care then. Fulfillment. Gather 100 tales. Learn all you can of the sea. Write a masterpiece. Retire. Yes, let's go with fulfillment. That sounds like a noble goal. I don't care about a dead guy. And money does not bring happiness. So let's go with fulfillment. And besides, we are a fucking priest. I think that suits our character. Become London's most venerated explorer. Off we go, lads. Oh, we're still a last scrap of paperwork. Captain, an irregularity with the harbour master's office. I wish to know what term of address you prefer ashore. This will determine what people call your captain, but your captain's gender is up to you. More Z captains should choose this than you might expect. Let's just go with captain. Oh, we get to choose our name. Brother, because we are a priest. No, oh yeah, we are a priest, so we are father temptation. No, that's Father Lucius, Father Luscious or something. How do I type that? Alright, that's how you type it. So we are Father Lucius. Lucius. That almost sounds like a name. And that tells of our past. And now let's get a portrait for us. Because we are a priest, we probably are not a lady. In this day and age. Where we are now. So let's go with a... Let's go with a turban. Yeah. The turban just looks nice. Except... Fallen London, deep, dark and marvellous. All voyages start here, and this is where successful voyages end. Your lodgings. Here you may catch up with your correspondence, rest or retire altogether from seafaring life. Yeah, let's retire. We haven't even got to the sea yet. Let's go and take a look at London. Oh, there's something though. An immigrant will pay to be taken to the north, to Wenderbright. It's only difficult to die in fallen London, but when a Londoner is too tatty and wretched to live, they wrap themselves in bandages and take ship for the tomb colonies. Your crew cart these ones aboard in padded coffins. They sleep there until their journey is done. The tomb colonist is in your hold. Take them north to the colony of Wenderbright and sell them there. We have a tomb colonist. Good. We don't need anything here. Let's take a look at our lodgings. What can we do? Well, the only thing we can do is to read a newspaper. Let's just do that. So, look, we even got one supplies. News from aboard. The Canaries is threatening a war. They always are. The London's colonies on the Cornelian coast want independence. They always do. The undersea, the paper's report, has undergone another alteration. Not yet it hasn't, you know. Oh ho, a promotional coupon from Mrs. Plenty's premonition for a half cask of salt herring. You could use that. Alright, so indeed, our tasks now is to get a tomb colonist to a place. What the fuck was that? To Wenderbright. That is where we must go. We have taken a look at everything fallen London has to offer. And we are now to move on to Wenderbright. It's up north, so let us go up north. We set a sail on the broken sea, with my ship full of mates and cargo. We will die most likely at sea, but that is where we belong. While we sail, we see the fallen city of old beneath the waves. Let us go and take a look at Hunter's Keep, the first port after the fall of London. We can go and take a look at what's going on in here. Because why not? And then we can maybe talk to our weird officer. Off we go. I'll just slide in, or not. Dock. Hunter's Keep, a quiet isle, a grand old house. A hump of dark rock swathed in mist, like 100 other undersea islands. You stand on a dock as the sea nudges the ship's sides. An unexpectedly warm breeze carries the faintest trace of lavender. What will you do? Present yourselves at the house. They will hear your ship coming. Why hide? Knock and enter. A maid with smoldering topaz eyes shows you into the parlour where 3 young women wait. A visitor! The youngest cries. The next youngest chuckles. The eldest sighs. Do excuse the indecorum, she says. Visitors are rare. You are very welcome. I am Cynthia. The noisy one is Phoebe. The cheerful one is Lucy. You are in good time for lunch. Will you join us? You are acquainted with the sisters of Hunter's Keep. Let's go. Let's talk with Lucy, the middle sister, is sunny, restless, prone to giggles. Father Lucius loves that. A daft tale. Lucy leans over and whispers to you confidentiality. confidentially. A complex story about a butler, a pig, and an inheritance. You don't follow all the details of the plot, but somehow the pig ends up in an attic and the butler in a vicar's bed. Candles fickle, dishes enter and leave, and the wind butts gently at the window panes. By the time the plum pudding arrives, you're as cheerful as you've been in months. You've lost hunger. You now have the gods of the sea, Stone's attention. I have what now? You've gained supplies, and that's all for now. The parlour is empty. Where are the sisters? No lunch today, apparently. Well, of course we had lunch already, but we will see. Oh, dear sisters of Hunter's Keep, I will meet you again. I don't know when, but one day we will meet. Anyway, we shall continue onwards to north. There's cargo to be delivered. Dust, echoes, even sepia tint to the air. These are the waters around the tomb column. Oh dear. Pirate ahoy! Quickly, get behind them. Oh, silly you, he's allowing us clearly just to attack him. There we go. Now this is the main point of the game also. Fighting naval battles, because we are of course in the sea. Oh, we missed. We missed again. But he doesn't really have an angle on us, so it doesn't really matter. Come on. Oh shit, he hit us again. There we go. Ahoy, the pirates have been struck down. Let us loot their ship. These pinnaces don't sail far from the hidden harbors. Well, here's something at the back of the hold. We now have a cache of curiosities, and we shall open it up. You can find spider silk in London, of course. There are troubles there with thorough spider infestation, like anywhere underneath. But for the real quality, you need to go east, to the Canard, or to the fang-bristling fastness of Saviour Rocks. We have now spider silk. Hooray! Ahoy! Crab ahead! Oh, it's submerged itself. The beast has reappeared. Take it down. We have gotten a giant. Let's just take it for supplies. Some food. Food is always good in the sea. Bat, where do we need to go? God damn it, I'm going east and not west. Fuck me. Wonderbite ahoy! We just went past it through here. I feel like an idiot. But the important thing is, we have arrived. And we can drop off our colony man. The trouble with the tomb colonists. You brought this decaying immigrant north. Now what? The new Jonah. Your passenger stands umbrella by the rail. Salt sent me a dream. She insists. Oh, she's a she. You must find my father. Well, we don't have an option, do we? A fisherman's tale. Salt tells me that you'll find my father in the belly of a monster seal. Gods never lie. Gods never lie. That seems optimistic. But if she's right, she'll reward you for her father's return. Open the monster eel. Just what precisely is their problem? A tomb colony of Wenderbright. On deck, you can hear the sound of the 1,000 bandaged dead make as they shuffle and cough. Now, this is quite interesting. The dead don't die? Or I guess they die? But they're decaying corpses, but they are zombies, but they retain their humanity. Oh, that's nice. It's something like the world's most restless concert audience, or the world's most plague-ridden cathedral. We cannot have a wine glass. We can explore. Explore Winterbright. Here they favor candlelight over gaslight. The shadows as act like cobwebs. The tomb colonists stand still enough to be mistaken for sculpture, until they laugh or cough. One building in 3 seems abandoned. A tomb colonist hobbles towards you. "I will not!" she hisses fiercely. "I will not! Not for me the sanitarium, nor the emergence. I lived, and I will die!" She draws a sword from her hash. You jump back. Tomb colonists, fearless and long experienced, are famed for their dueling skills. She raises the sword, flourishes it, and beheads herself with a triumphant cry. Her head bounces across the ground towards you. That's all for now. You now have one lamentable relic. What, did I pick up the fucking head? I'm just... yeah, sure, why not? Thank you. Thank you. Good lady. Thank you for giving me head. What else is there in Weldenbright? Or is it the first curator? The captains. The first curator gives audience. The first curator is responsible for the preservation of the tomb colonies. It has been here much longer than London, like all the oldest tomb colonists. But even tomb colonists dissolve in the end. Its time is closed. No more light. The obscure stewards cautioned you. The curator is terribly afraid of moths. Well, too many Mothra movies for you. He opens the door, and you step into the near darkness. A pair of luminous lamplighter bees buzz in a latticed ivory tube. There is no other source of light. A bandage shape no larger than a child lies crumbled on a couch. It lifts its head with obvious effort. It takes several seconds for you to distinguish its voice from the soft buzz of the bees. Listen to a whispered request. "The captain, silkskin. Not much left of me. I will go into the grand sanatorium. Bring me colors. 7 colors. Pay well." 7 colors? Cosmogon, Irigio, Pelagin, Stewardess, List. Find them here and there, across the wide Black Sea. Accept the commission. No more words. It collapses, rustling back onto the couch. Even the effort of speaking seems to have diminished it a little. The audience is over. As the door opens, it shrinks from the finger of light that reaches across the floor. Outside, the obscure steward nods. "The book." "Yes, the book." He hands you a slim, illustrated volume. "The curator is old as dust. We will be all grateful if you do this as one last favor." We now have pages of stuff. And I guess this is good because we need pages and things for our own story. So that's good we listen to the old man. Finally, gather gossip. Who's plotting what? Out in the tomb colonies. Along the coast of the Untersee, it's remarkably hard to die. The decrepit and nearly dead who leave London become tomb colonists and settle here in bandaged peace. But they do not give up their ties to home or their politics. You gather a haul of complex clues, enough to keep your contacts in London interested. You now have one of these, a port report of Winterbright. And that's a thing we can sell in Fallen London. So that's good. That's pretty much all we have now. Let's just talk to our chief engineer. Her eyes will hatch soon, but until then she wants to work. Speak. "You're so beautiful," she tells you dreamily. "There are briars in your mouth." Her left eye pulses slowly. Beautiful imaginary. It's always difficult to know what she's actually seeing. I want to talk about steam and motion. I still see every coil of vapor. We can increase our skill. Let's do that. The engineer has learned a great deal about the powers and weaknesses of steel and fire and water. Once she must have been an extraordinary asset, but she can only express what she knows, as poetry filtered through half-erotic visions. What? Her eyes give her erotic visions all the time? That explains why I'm beautiful. Roses and rivers and something like rain. It's quite pretty in its way, but it makes it challenging to understand what bit of the engine you need to bang on when the engine won't go. What does she want? Why has she come to the sea in this state? My eyes will hatch soon. The gallbladder wasp, you know it. Its children are in me. She smiles. I can't be sorry. I can see such things. She tails off, hungrily watching your face. What is she seeing? Grrr. King Eater's castle, she says at last, rather breathlessly. Her hand goes up to her throat. I would like to see the King Eater's castle through these eyes before I go. King Eater's castle can be found in far southeast of the Undersea. Well, that'll be a time. I hope you don't die before we get there. That is pretty much all we can do. I think we have to buy some fuel. We'll buy some... There we go. We just need a couple to get back to fallen London. There's probably nothing here else to do. We get there and give the port report. The city of the damned, the city of the dead. That is where people go. Off to end a bite, to die in peace they will. Sweet London calls. The sea's a great place, but nothing beats your own home port of London. Did you really guys have to eat? We just arrived in port. You could have gone and had some shore leave and eat there, but now you have to eat right here. Bloody bastards. Returning to London. The lights of London welcome you home. The starlight only appears when you've been at sea for a little while. Collect messages from the harbour master. All the clatter and song of the dockside. It soothes the soul. Are there messages for you? What's this? We have a free evening, and something has changed underneath. Someone wants to sign on. Interesting. Let us see what happens. A little gift. A very fine evening to you, Captain. What you might call mentor is very fond of adventurous sea captains, and he would like to offer you what you might call a dispensation, on account of he is so fond of sea captains. Behind the blind bruiser on the dock stands a dray pile high with fuel and supplies. Do make sure you have 15 points of space in the hold, or come back later. It would be embarrassing to have to leave it on the dock. Inquire further. Who is this patron? Is there a catch? An airy wave. He runs a very fine and very liberal establishment just across the river, what is much patronized by sailors and by men of wit and vinegar, and public goose, and there is no obligation to speak of. My patron would hope only that you might remember him kindly, and I suppose that if the opportunity should arise for you to return his kindness, then I do not imagine he will refuse you offer. Let us take. We need all the stuff we can get. A courteous nod. Well, my patron hopes that you find these little gifts to your liking, and he expects that perhaps someday you might choose to call on him at the Medusa's head. Should that day come, we will make you very welcome, and give you any safe conduct what you might require. Good evening to you. He salutes, and is gone. We have accepted the proposal, and now we have one menace. Suspicion. When we got fuel, tons of fuel, that's always good. The Admiralty's picket fleets and intelligence networks are long gone. The survey office pays sea captains a small sum for recent information. Alright, we submitted a port report. We gain more fuel. Admiralty's favour. 10 echo. We got 10 more bucks, that's always good. Well, let's see what they need. Visit the port below. Retrieve strategic information from the Iron and Misery Company. I don't know, but Iron and Misery Company. That doesn't sound like a good company name. I don't know. It might work for them. Who am I to judge? Let's just... Your luck quality gives you 80% chance of success. Alright, let's go and have some fun in the docks. A good night out. Sea shanties, good companionship, and the warmth of a pub fire. Recent news. Free evening lost. You lost 30 acre. What? It told me it was gonna be 10. You were fortunate. How? How? Well, oh god, we lost... Ugh. Our crew, being informing you a little bit. I lost all the money. Don't eat all. We need to go into the into the sea and get some more money. Har. Get some sleep, and we'll see you next time. Har.